187,000.
$157.
5 million.
One.
When most of you walked into the theater tonight, you grabbed dessert without thinking twice. For those of us living with this disease, we saw numbers and we saw questions. How many grams of carbs are in that ice cream? What's my insulin to carb ratio? How much insulin do I have on board? What's my blood sugar? What's my correction factor? How much did I exercise today? 6 questions, not one of them was, do I want ice cream? A typical person with type 1 thinks about their diabetes nearly 200 times per day. And no matter how much support we have, the reality is that we do most of this alone. It is a daily battle, no breaks, every day. And to make it worse, even when you do everything exactly the same from one day to the next, you can get completely different results. Just handling the daily management is unpredictable. If you use too little insulin over a long period of time, you risk blindness, kidney failure, or countless other debilitating complications. If you use too much insulin on just one day, just one time, you risk coma or death. It's terrifying. It's frustrating. It's often demoralizing. It's usually invisible, and it is always there. When I was diagnosed 30 years ago, the treatment options available to manage T1D required constant finger sticking to check sugar levels and multiple daily insulin shots. Needle sticks at least 10 times every day. If these treatments were still the standard of T1D care management today, together our family would have self-administered a combined 187,000 needle sticks. Nights like tonight, galas, walkathons, and incredible, unbelievable generosity have changed that story. They have enabled JDRF to drive life-changing research advancements like insulin pumps, continuous glucose monitors, artificial pancreas systems, from scientific research development through human clinical trials to FDA approval and into real people's hands. Because of these technologies, each of Patrick, Tommy, and I will individually have less than 157 needle sticks for this entire year. We are so thankful for all of those who have helped change our story and the story for everyone living with type 1. Thank you. But even with these incredible improvements that help ease the daily burdens of this disease, the rate of type 1 diagnoses is unfortunately increasing rapidly. If we look forward another 30 years, there will be over 5 million people living with type 1 in this country alone. That is a 400% increase in the number of people living with T1D today. People with an immediate family member with T1D have a 15 times greater chance of developing type 1 than the general population. This is personal to everyone in this room, and it will become more so with each passing day. I spent nearly 20 years trying to hide my diabetes and fighting the disease alone quietly. You saw in the video that Patrick asked me a heartbreaking question the night he was diagnosed. Why me? As heartbreaking as that was, I am so thankful that neither Patrick nor Tommy ever asked me another question. Why didn't you start fighting sooner? Why didn't you protect me? We have to stop this disease from impacting the people we love. We have to change this story, and we have to change it now. And that brings us to our last number, 1.
1 doesn't have to mean being alone. 1 can be so much more powerful.
We aren't just individuals. We're one family and one community.
We are working with one great organization. We share one incredibly powerful goal.
Tonight, we have one request for you. Each of us came here tonight with an idea of what we might be willing to give to fund a cure.
What if each of us went just one level higher?
Whatever your planned donation level, $50,000, $5,000, or $500, going one level higher isn't going to change your life.
But if we all went one level higher, it very well could change the world.
Every one of us has a T1D story. This is one chance for us to take back control and rewrite those stories.
On this one night,
Just one time.
Let's all go one level higher.
Together, let's turn type 1 into type none. We can't do it alone, so let's all come together tonight and change these numbers, change this story, and together we can beat diabetes. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts.